folks, welcome back to another day. Welcome back to another video. It's your girl D here. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. I do lifestyle content on my everyday life, which is hella boring. And I also do reviews on Black-owned businesses, so that's something that you like, stick around, subscribe if you like, turn on the notification bell if you want to, and all that jazz. And if you aren't new here and you're part of the fam, thanks for coming back, because I haven't posted in a while. Because ADHD, anxiety and depression, burnout, exhaustion, and all those different things. So even though I'm coming to you looking like a happy, jolly, shiny egghead, don't let it fool you. Sometimes I be really down, y'all. Sometimes I be really down. But I try to stay as positive as much as I can, you know, regardless of what's going on in life. And, you know, sometimes you have down times and sometimes you have times that are up. And right now I'm kind of in the middle. So I'll take it. I will take it. I hope that you guys are doing well wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, whenever you're watching this video. But I just wanted to come on here and just say, hey guys, how you doing? I feel like there's a lot of updates, but I also don't want to bore you too much. So I know first and foremost, people will want to know what's going on with South Africa. Do you guys have your visas? Yada, yada, yada. I will for sure let you guys know when we get our visas approved. We don't have them yet, but we are getting our passports back, hopefully sooner than later, excuse me, so that we can book our tickets for when we want to visit. It's almost time for me to log on to work, so I'm gonna leave you here. I'll probably check in with you a little bit later, maybe during my lunch break. I can show you what it is that I've kind of been up to as far as like planting and trying to develop a green thumb and all that kind of stuff. So I'll check in with you guys later. I am about to venture outside so that I can tend to the flower bed and the trees in the front. I'm looking rough and tough, as one does. I'm actually kind of hungry, but I want to get this done. I haven't, ouch, shown you guys these plants yet. And you might hear Sergio, so just ignore that. He's always vocal. But recently, I was on TikTok a couple weeks ago and came across this woman's video where she was at Lowe's and she picked up a clearance plant. And I thought, that's interesting, because I really want to try to get better at gardening. I'm not really all that great with plants and stuff, like, as y'all know. I've said this a couple of times on this channel so far. And so I thought, if I were to buy a plant that's clearance, like less than $5, and even if it's on its last leg and I'm not able to revive it, I feel like that's okay because I'm not wasting so much money. So I bought 2 plants on clearance a couple weeks back. I bought an aloe vera plant. Here, I'll show you guys. It's not aloe vera. This is a climbing aloe. In some places, it's doing really well. Like this was, so you see this little one here, that has been growing, which is really nice. It was much smaller when I first got the plant. And then this over here was the same size as that, maybe a teeny bit taller. So that's doing really well. But then you have leaves like this that started off like okay, but now they're kind of curling. And so now I'm like, shoot, do I need to get rid of them? Other than that, the plant is still doing okay. I'm not really sure what to do with stuff like this. It kind of looks like spider webs. So I think I might just look up some tips and tricks on how to kind of maintain that. But this plant looked a lot worse. So I'm not doing too bad. I've only had this for maybe a couple of weeks, like maybe 3 weeks. So we'll see. And then the other one is a fern, which I've heard ferns are kind of hard to keep alive, but this one isn't doing too bad. It's trying to find the balance between wet and dry, because they don't like being too wet and they don't like being too dry. So I've been kind of finagling with this a little bit. So there are some pieces that are still kind of crispy that I just decided not to cut off, but I cut off quite a bit when I first got the plant, and it's not doing too bad. Hey folks, so we are in the kitchen again, and this time I made a lamb, potato, and coconut curry. It was really good. I'm not going to be speaking too much about this recipe because I'm going to link the recipe below. There's a lot of ingredients, but here I'm just showing you the ingredients. I used lamb stew meat, and then I used some chops from lamb, but honestly I should have bought maybe 1 or 2 more packages of the stew meat, because it would have just made my life a lot easier, because I ended up removing a lot of the meat from the chops, and it's kind of difficult with all the bones and everything, whereas the stew meat, it's boneless already, and all I had to do was just throw it into the pot. So there's an array of ingredients, an array of spices, including peanut butter and coconut milk, which is kind of interesting because I haven't cooked with peanut butter, even in a peanut butter cookie, in a really long time. So, but overall, this curry came out really, really good. It was really tasty, and I for sure recommend this recipe. I mean, I got it from Food and Wine magazine, and their recipes tend to always hit. So, you know, flavor-wise, taste-wise, like even cook time-wise, like everything is pretty easy. I mean, this was a little bit involved just because you had to make the curry powder from scratch, but y'all, it was so, so good. Potatoes were tender, lamb was tender, it was all tender, yum, yum, yum. So I'm gonna shut up now so you guys can just basically watch me prepare this. It did take a while. I think it took like 2 hours for me to make overall, but it was totally worth it because we were able to have some for leftovers for about a day or so. That I'm trying to think. I think I started seeing them all over social media, maybe around the beginning of this year. Yeah, around the beginning of this year. And I just kept seeing them. Like every time I was on Facebook, especially, I would always see ads just coming up. And it wasn't in like an intrusive way where it was like, okay, I had to hide the ad, but it was just something that I kept noticing because why am I going to block an ad that has Black people in it? That doesn't make any sense. But I mean, I will only like block an ad if it truly is just not relevant to me. But I feel like Black owned everything is relevant to me, even if it's makeup. And I don't wear makeup like that really anymore. But anyway, so I saw this brand and was like, oh, you know, they seem kind of cool, especially since they have products that help kind of target blemishes and hyperpigmentation and things that we as melanated people tend to deal with on a regular basis. So I have like areas on my body where I do have a lot of like dark scars and things that I would like to lighten up. I'm not trying to lighten my skin. Let me just put that out there right now. Let me just put that out there right now. I'm not trying to lighten my skin. I have beautiful brown skin and it's going to stay beautiful brown skin. But you know, sometimes, you know, when we're like hair removal, like plucking, waxing, shaving, or, you know, you get a cut or something, you get a scar, whatever the case may be, us scarring is a lot different than people who aren't like us or don't have skin like us. So we need kind of specialized products that target hyperpigmentation and blemishes and scars. I kept seeing people's results, you know, their before and after shots after using some of the products from this company. And so this company is called Ava Estelle. Name is right here, Ava Estelle, because it's their foaming cleanser, face cleanser, and it has a number 4 on there, and I'll tell you what that means in a second. But this is the foaming cleanser here, right? And this is how many mils? 150 mil, which is 5 ounces. So pretty sizable bottle. And it is a foaming cleanser for the face. I bought some body stuff, which you'll probably see in like the next video, I think, of me kind of using all of the products that I have kind of purchased within the past like 3 to 6 months that I just haven't shown on the channel yet. I actually just bought this particular like facial kind of blemish scar sort of system that they have. But this product in particular, I already have. Like I've already used this. I've been using this for, I want to say like 2 months, no more than 3 months for sure, but it's definitely been at least 2 months and I love it. But I just got this particular face care line just a couple days ago. So this I love. It smells like oranges, lemons. It just smells really citrusy. It's not overpowering in any way, but if you're someone who just has an aversion to those types of scents, then it might not be for you. The number 4 on here. So because this is part of a line, they're gonna give you steps. So I'll just kind of go through each product in the order that you use them. So when you go on their website, they actually have 2 lines for the face. So they have this one that I have, which is supposed to target blemish and scars. And then they have the full kind of facial line or whatever. And so the product that I'm missing from this is just their face mask, which I have tons of face masks, so it's totally fine that I don't have it. And it's not like you're using a face mask every day. So the first product in this line is the micellar cleanser. The next one is the activating face scrub. And if you want to know what it looks like, it almost looks like coffee grounds a bit. And then obviously I showed you the foam cleanser. So you kind of rub this all over your skin on the face. I probably just do the entire face and not just this area, but just kind of do a whole facial thing. And then you let it sit on there for a couple of minutes, just kind of let it do its thing. And then when it's time to wash it off, you can wash it in tandem with the foaming cleanser. But at the end, when you need to moisturize, you'll just use the night cream. So I am so excited to try these products out, let you guys know how they are in time, right? Because I'm going to need at least a month or two use these things so that I can give you guys a well-rounded review on how they are. But you'll see them in full use, hopefully, in the next video. So I'm really excited about that. Like, oh, I just love when I'm able to discover Black-owned businesses, especially when it's products that I genuinely love. And like, I have a huge affinity for skincare, and it's just really nice when you can not only just, it's just fun when you're able to buy products that you really like and that kind of speak to you, but it's also really great to know that you're putting your coins in the pockets of someone who truly deserves it, which for me is a Black-owned business. Is a Black-owned business.